We are back on Countdown to Kickoff. We are talking about our final look at a district, and it is probably the most wide open district of them all. We called it the meat grinder last year. It's District 31 5A. I have seen so many picks on this district, and every single one of them is different. I don't think I've seen two people pick the same four teams to make the playoffs out of this district, Joe. It is incredibly wide open. There's a lot of teams who can make a play for the playoffs.
I think you could go week by week by week, and you wouldn't get the same picks after this district plays out. I'm going to throw one at you, though, because I'm not in this pick. Watch for Westico. If they really do throw the football, I saw them in 7-on-7, they can throw the football, and so watch out. If they start doing that, I'll pick them first every week.
Man, who knows who's going to throw the ball? San Benito looked good throwing the ball last night. San Benito, the Westlacos, also the McAllens and the Edinburghs. It's our look at District 31 5A.
District 31 5A.
We weren't real good offensively. We talked about that mental toughness, still the fatigue, the grind.
New McAllen head coach Kevin Brewer is putting his Bulldogs through the grind so they can grind up opponents with a no-huddle offense. The scheme will put the ball in quarterback Fred Hover's hands more than last year, when then as a sophomore he passed for over 1,800 yards and 19 touchdowns.
Our offense is tailor-made for Fred, and he's an athletic quarterback, and our offense is going to allow him to attack the defense in multiple ways.
Well, it's just really nice to have two receivers that are both 6'5", and they just go up and get the ball. It takes a lot of pressure off of the running game.
And both of them have great speed, and they got good hands. So we're wanting to open up the offense a little bit, get the ball in those guys' hands. And
those guys are DJ Johnson and Jonathan Sanchez, both 6'5", both a full head taller than anyone else on their team, both sophomores. Their mission: make life a little easier for fellow super soft Trevor Spates, already a local folk hero after 1,700 plus yards rushing as a freshman.
Well, last year as a freshman, he was a little scared to go up the middle and take those big hits. And be that impact player, and then now he doesn't have to worry about that. He can do things that he couldn't do before.
He doesn't let all the prestige and all the paper and all the TV, all the limelight that he has as such a young kid, hadn't gone to his head. Probably Johnny Manziel need to listen to him a little bit.
Yes, it's true, McAllen Rowe returns no starters from last year's offense that made the playoffs, but that's a little misleading. After all, Justin Owens has been waiting for this shot, practicing the last 2 years with his own receivers. He feels he's ready to take Rowe Warriors back into the playoffs for a second straight year.
What we saw last year, I didn't see PSJ Bear football, and that's something that we want to bring back, and that we're bringing back right now. We want to come back out, and we want to do the things that the Bears do best.
New PSJ head coach Steve Marroquin isn't talking about passing the ball. No, he's actually keeping that spread offense the Bears installed just last year, while moving Jesse Navarro to quarterback and shifting Taylor Santillan to wide receiver and safety. What Coach Marroquin is talking about is Bears' attitude.
Just a bunch of positives, man. It's way different than last year. We're coming out strong. We have a bunch of coaching staff, a new coaching staff, and they all have good vibes. So, we're feeding off it. Practice is coming good.
We're playing something for bigger than ourselves. Playing for our family members who have come through these halls, who have come through these locker rooms, and have been here before we have. And it's just something greater than just us.
Hold on, 3, 1, 2, 3.
But the biggest concern that I have is Friday night lights come on, or how are they going to react? And if they react the way that they've been reacting out here in practice, as a group, as a unit, I feel very positive for our season.
Coach Cavasso's talking about his junior class, one of the most talented he's had with the Wolverines, he says, a class that includes new quarterback Eric Medellin running that offense. Defensively, Memorial is still run by seniors like Eric's older brother Victor and defensive end Terrence Porter, who says he's already got homework in this class.
That's something I think about when I go home, I dream about. So I just do mental reps as much as physical reps. So I try to get myself better in that way.
Spring was a big change, switching coaches, switching offenses, different philosophy, but I think we picked it up really well in those 2-3 weeks we had in spring.
Now the Raiders look ahead by looking to the past. New coach Steve Flores has expanded the famous PSJ North slot tee to include some wing tee and some passing. But for the Silver and Black to go back to the Alamo Dome for the first time since '03, win their first district title since '08, it's all about that old school Raider defense.
Every time PSJ school is successful, it's because of the defense. We want to go in there and then bring back the toughness and the aggressiveness that PSJ North used to have and bring it to every game.
Well, I've been a Raider since I was born, and I've been a ball boy since Coach Hernandez was here. We want to bring back what they had back in '03. We want to bring back that traditional defense. We're faster on the ball now. We're bigger, we're stronger, and we're just going to play defense. We're going to do what we're supposed to do.
Basically, we've got 4 offensive linemen who've never seen varsity football, so that's probably where the most progress is going to have to come from.
While the O-line might be a mystery in San Benito, the guys catching passes are a known quantity. Coach Spencer Gant calls this the most talented receiver corps in his tenure with the Greyhounds, and that's why quarterback Dylan Castillo has a big smile on his face.
It's terrific. It gives me anywhere to go. I'm not giving myself a second thought by who I'm going to. Each one is giving immense effort, and they're competing to get that starting job wherever it's at.
I don't remember having this many receivers that we could throw to. You know, normally you've got 1 or 2 really good ones, and we feel like we've got 4 or 5 that we can throw to any snap.
Last year was not a happy time for us, and this year is going to be.
1, 2, 3,
We went through a lot of stuff last year, and so now hopefully we can gain from all that experience. We lost. The old golden rule is for every sophomore you start, you lose a game. That was pretty accurate. We lost 6 games, so it was right on.
Last year's inexperience turns into this year's Panther leadership for Weslaco as the Purple People Eaters somehow replaced 3 all-district linebackers without missing a beat. As for Coach Tony Villarreal's constant stable of running backs in his slot T offense, he ingeniously keeps them fresh and hungry at the same time.
If you don't gain 4 yards, you're out automatic. So the number 2 guy is on the sideline and say, Coach, it's my turn. Yeah, get in, because he only got 3.5. So they keep them hungry. What happens on that deal is you go to the back of the line, you end up in the number 3. So you don't want to get out of the game. So they run a little harder when they know they got to pick up 4 yards.
That ball bounced right for us in a lot of games last year. We know that. We're hoping this year that we don't have to depend on that, but our district is brutal.
Brutal is the word. Weslaco East lost 2 district games in 31-5A last season. That was still good enough to take home a district title. But the Wildcats were among 3 teams from that league with first-round playoff exits. Now longtime assistant Mike Burgett takes over as head coach, diversifying the offense while bringing his own special touch to the job.
Brings a lot to the table, and especially he's tough. He gets on your face, you can do your job, but he's making us a great team.
I think every coach dreams of having speed, and at Wesco East we believe in punishment. So we're putting both of them together, and we're going to see how it works this year. We're still going to run power football, but we're going to do it out of a spread set and underneath center, and so far it's looked great. Our passing game, people believe that or not, has looked really good.
District 31 5A.
Back here live streaming on valleycentral.com on Action 4, and it's 31-5A. Trevor Spades for 2,000 yards. That's what I'm saying right now, Clay.
That's a pretty good pick. We're going to talk to a couple other guys about 31-5A. Mike Gonzalez, Eladio Jaimes. Join us when we come back right after this. Don't go away. Countdown to Kickoff returns.